DIY number 1. Okay, the first DIY, I have these 4 wooden crates that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going in with chalk paint in the color of navy blue. And I'm just going to be giving it, each one of them, a good coat of paint on the inside and outside as well. Now what I thought I did here when I reached up, I thought I paused the camera so that, you all wouldn't have to watch me paint these 4 boxes. But I didn't. So, I just sped it up as fast as I possibly could. But this will give us just a little bit of time to talk about this video. Okay, this of course is in my fall series, and I'm really, really loving the navy blue. You can just put it with any color, and it's amazing. And this is the color that I have chose to go with for my home. And at the end of all of my fall series, I will be doing a vignette to show you guys everything that I have created for this season. And here I am just going through making sure I get it all done. Well, you know how it is when you're crafting and you think you've done something with the camera and it's totally the opposite, and so you're stuck here. But I've asked y'all before to tell me what colors that you will be using for this season. Will you be going with the traditional colors for fall, or will you be using the blues, and I've even seen some mauve color, and it's really pretty as well. I'm still going to be trying some French cottage fall DIYs. I've been doing some studying into it. I want to make sure that I know what I'm going to need to purchase or whatever for the project. Okay, now here I'm going in with just some hot glue using my Shore Bonder. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to just stick these crates together, 2 on the bottom, and then I'm going to put 2 on the top, of course adding more glue. And I got this inspiration from my dear friend Leah over at Junker Necker DIY, and I asked her if I could go in and kind of do her project and put my own twist to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going in with the Spanish moss. This is a very easy DIY. A very easy project. I like to keep them simple. Okay, and I'm just going to add some into each one of the bottoms of the crates. And I'm learning more, with each video, that I need to work more on my prep time for the videos. And, if you do DIYs and you do have a channel, I think that's the biggest thing, is trying to cut our videos shorter. But if we would spend more time on prep, then they wouldn't be as lengthy. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm just taking these little pumpkins and I'm just going to stick them in there like that. And then I put the white one in, and then I realized that I put them in wrong. And so when I go to pull them out, you can see what happens. Look at that globby mess stuck to my fingers. I was like, oh no, what do I do? I could have, cut that part out, but no, I want to keep it real. And so I'm just going to go in and I'm adding another white one to that side. Nothing major. But then at the top, to kind of hide where it was uneven, I just decided to go in and add some Dollar Tree florals. Which, guys, this year, my goodness, they are so nice. Oh. All different color of like sunflowers and the picks with the little acorns attached. They're just gorgeous. Sorry, it's just a little out of frame here. Then I took this giant, great big old acorn and stuck it on the top. And I think it's turned out so cute. Thank you, Leah, for the inspiration. And here we go, guys. Here's the finished project. And you know what's good about this is you can do it any color that you're using in your home for the fall. We're going on to DIY number 2. Okay, this is just one of the signs from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going in and I'm laying it down on some, it's cardstock. And I'm going to be trimming it out. And look how beautiful, you'll see here in a second. It came from a farmhouse book of different kinds of cardstock. And I love the navy blue in it. And I love the pattern. So I'm going to go in with my jumbo glue stick from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to cover it completely, making sure I don't miss any pieces or any corners. And then after that's done, off of camera, I went in with my sanding block and I went around the edges and trimmed them all up real nice. And then we're going to be going on here. I have this a wooden acorn. I'm going in with a color of hazelnut. And I'm just going to be doing the bottom part of this acorn. And I'm also, for some reason this year, I really like acorns a lot. I like to use them a lot in my projects. I'm just giving it a good coat of paint here. It only took one coat to cover this. Okay, now what I did here is I poured some plaster by Waverly and a little water in a bag. I've got these half beads that I got from BB Craft, and I've left their link in the description box below. And I'm just going in, and this is how I do this instead of painting each one of them. And then I have the navy blue chalk paint. I'm putting the rest of the beads, half beads, in there. And I'm just giving them a good coverage. And I'll be putting them out on a paper towel to dry. And now what I'm going to do is, you can see some of them got a little bit, like the blue got a little white paint on it, but that's okay. I go in and touch it up. I'm just taking my hot glue gun. And I'm using, well, I am taking these beads and I am placing them down across the acorn, a blue and then a white, and so on, all the way across. Of course, I know you don't actually see blue and white acorns, but you know, I've seen all different colors of them. Just like with the pumpkins, you know, you can do so many different colors and they look good. And on the top part of this, I actually went in with the color of cashew and painted it. So here I am just going over with my paintbrush, kind of out of frame, and I'm sorry. Just going in and touching it up here. And then I have this welcome sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. It come in a pack of 3. These are so cute. And I was going in and I'm going to attempt to glue it, hot glue it down to the sign. And it didn't want to stay, so I stopped filming in order, long enough for me to get this to stay down on there. Took a lot of hot glue. Okay, finally got it to stick. I also went in and added jute twine to the stem and made a little jute twine hanger. I'm going in and I'm adding some of these Dollar Tree florals. I just love them. Oh my goodness, guys. So are you guys, having a lot of luck finding, the good fall items at your Dollar Tree? I've been lucky so far this year. There's still a few things I want to get my hands on, but, they're still putting fall things out, so I have a little time. And here's the finished project. Guys, I think it turned out so cute. It is different, I will say that. But, that's what crafting is. You don't want the same thing over and over. DIY number 3. I have this little wooden, I think it's a candle holder. I purchased it at a garage sale for $1. And I thought, okay, this is going to be navy also. So I'm just going in. It only took one coat of paint. And I gave it a complete coverage all the way around. And you can see here in a second, I completely knock it over. I was like, oh, that's a blooper. Like I said, I don't cut out my bloopers. I just keep them in there so everybody can see the good, the bad, the ugly. Whoops. And I went completely out of frame, but it's all right. I come back. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some Spanish moss, adding hot glue, which what I should have done was put the pumpkin on first, but I didn't. It's a lesson learned. I have this little ceramic pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. I'm not painting it because I absolutely love the color. And I'm just putting it on top of this candlestick and holding it down, trying to get it to stay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some jute and I'm going to wrap it around a couple times around the top, and I'm going to just tie it off, make a little knot, tie off the excess, and of course I have this thing, I think everything needs jute. I don't know, I just love it. And then I'll go in and cut some more off. And I keep thinking, oh, it needs something else. What can I do? What can I do? Well, then I go in and add more jute to the bottom portion. Just repeating the same process, taking it around a few times, cutting it off, trimming off the excess. And off camera, off film, I go in and add these little acorns. And I hope you all like it. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. I ask if you like my content, you hit the like, subscribe, share, and that post notification bell. You all have a very blessed and wonderful Sunday.